Hi everyone. So my laptop is installed with Windows operating system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Linux machine on my Oracle VirtualBox. So this will not affect my base operating system, which is Windows 10. So to do this, what and all I need? These are the things I need. So I need this ISO image file of the CentOS Linux operating system, which I'm going to install, and then the Oracle VirtualBox software. So on this Oracle VirtualBox software only I will be creating a Linux machine. Third one is the putty software. So once the server is ready, I can connect to the server using this putty software. So whatever we are creating, it's a virtual machine, so it will not affect our base operating system, which is Windows 10. So let me first log into the Oracle VirtualBox. So I have opened my Oracle VirtualBox. I have already installed it. So it's saying like a new version is available, but anyway, I don't want to upgrade. I'm okay with this one. So see, you can see already a machine is there. Let me, I don't want to use that, so I'll just remove it. And then see, as I told before, I need the ISO image file, right? So I have already downloaded the file and I have kept it in my F colon under RHEL ISO images. So this is the ISO file which I'm going to use. The name is CentOS-7. So in my Oracle VirtualBox, let us create a new machine and that will be installed with CentOS Linux operating system. To do this, first we need to go to machine, click on new machine. So it's asking a name. Let us give as Linux. Click on next. So don't use all the RAM in your laptop. So you can see in mine it has up to 4096 MB. So but anyway, for this Linux I will use 1024 MB and then create a virtual hard disk. So I go with the default options here. So it's asking like how much hard disk size I need. It default is showing 8 GB, but anyway I will make it as 99 GB. So now I have created the machine, but it does not have an operating system. So I need to point the ISO email to this machine. So let me right click, go to the settings. So I have the ISO image, so I have to point it. So let me go to storage. See here on the controller IDE shows nothing. So let me point the ISO image. So this is the one which shows adds optical drive. Choose disk. So here you can see it shows the CentOS. I mean, if you don't need this, no, otherwise if you want to start right from beginning, you click on add. See this is the place where I have saved F colon RTL ISO images. So I'm selecting the CentOS one. Click open and choose it. So you can see now it has come. So when we power on, it will boot with this ISO image. And then regarding the network, because every server, it's like our normal laptop. So every server should have some processor, memory, and also it should have an Ethernet card. So in this case, see these as you can see, memory is 1024 MB, processor it has one CPU. So I have pointed the ISO image. Other than that, I need the network adapters. So default one it is having, which is attached to NAT. Other than this, I will add another extra adapter. So enable network adapter, it shows attached to. Let me select the option as host only adapter. Third and fourth, I leave it as it is. So the first one is there already, which is a default one. Second one I have added, and I have selected the option as attached to host only adapter. Click on OK. Now when we power on, it will boot from the ISO image. So I'm selecting the option install CentOS 7. So you can see the message welcome to CentOS Linux 7. So it has directed the ISO, it will mount it and it will begin the installation. So we have given hard disk size as 99 GB. So the the operating system will be installed on the hard disk which we have selected as 99 GB. So it will take some time for the installation to complete. Okay, so like we do in Windows, it will ask us the language, the place where we live. So we should give all these options. So I'm in India, I have given it as India. Continue. Okay, since I have selected India, so the date and time it has taken the Asia Kolkata time zone, and then other options we have here. So it's setting up installation source. Also, it's setting up the software selection. We'll wait for some time. Okay, here since I am creating it for a testing purpose, I don't want to enable the KDM, so I will just disable it. Click on done, and then see software selection. It is selected as minimal install. So since I'm using it for a testing purpose, I'm okay with this minimal install. Suppose if you want a server with graphical user interface, you can go with this option. So, but in my case, since I'm just gonna show you a demonstration, I will go with the minimal install. And then regarding the installation destination. So see, you could see the 99 GB disk which was here. So there are two options. It will automatically configure partitioning, or you have to manually configure partitioning. For now, I will leave with the default option. So which is something like automatically configure partitioning. And then let me go to this. So here it is about the network and hostname. So it is by default it has taken a hostname named localhost. So I don't want this. Let me change it to my wish. So I will mention it as my CentOS. Click on apply. So it's showing the Ethernet cards, but both are showing as disconnected. Let me just enable it. So I have enabled both of them so that when the server is booted, I could see the IP address on both of them. So as you can see, after I have clicked on from off to on, it is showing the IP address here. So that's it. Click on apply and click on done and proceed to begin the installation. So it is going to start the installation. So it is asking us to set a root password. So I will give root password to my choice. See, as you know, like root user is like the super user. So it is something like the administrator user we have in Windows. So whenever you log in as a root user, you should be very careful, because using root user you can delete any file. In fact, you can even crash the entire operating system. So you should be very careful with the root user, because it is a super user. So I have said that, so it is asking, do you need any additional user to be created? So let me create an additional user. So I have created a username. Click on done. So maybe like once the installation is done, so we can see that the username Abdul Latif would be created, and also by default the root user will be created whenever we install the Linux operating system. And as I told you before, it is the super user. So always please be careful whenever you log in as root on any Unix based machine. So it will take some time. So to minimize the size of the file, I'm gonna pause the video. So I will again share the screen once the installation has been completed successfully. So as of now, you can see it's under 100. It's 103 packages are getting installed out of 306. So let's wait for all the 306 to get installed. Okay, so I have again started the recording. So as you can see now, this is what I can see. It's showing a CentOS is now successfully installed and ready for you to use. So let us just restart it. And keep in mind guys, so server admin job is not an easy one. So we should be very careful with what we are doing because we are working on production servers. So we should make sure that we are not removing any files without the approval. Only if in case if someone says, if application team, generally application team, if they don't want files, they have their own user ID, they can remove it. Our system admin team is role is to primarily take care of the operating system. So we have to be very careful, and we should make sure that regular backups are taken and all the security practices are done. Say for example, in some places we can see SSH will be there and telnet will be disabled because telnet is not that much secure to connect to the server. I will just show you those things. So as of now, the server has restarted, and this is the login prompt. Generally, whenever you we power on your server, it will ask us the login prompt. So let me just log in with my credentials. So I have logged into the server with my username Abdul Latif. So if you want to see the server name, you could use the command hostname. So this is the name which we given, which was my CentOS. And if you want to see the version of operating system which we have installed, you can use this command. So I'm just getting the etc red hat release file. So it shows that we have installed the CentOS Linux version 7.6. So what I done now is I have done su space hyphen. So this is the command which we normally use to switch to the root user. So other than these, in real-time environments they have something called sudo su. So from Abdul Latif user I want to go to the root user. So let me see. I don't think if I have admin privilege to go to root. Let me just try and see. See, as you can see, like it is showing as Abdul Latif is not in sudo s file, so I will not be allowed. To make me allow, I should make an entry in the etc sudo s file. But anyway, for now, I will log in. I will just, since I have the root password with me, I will just do su hyphen and log in to root. So, like in Windows, we have the C drive, D drive, V drive. Like similarly, in Linux, we use this command to see what are all the file systems available. And then, see, this is the one. This is the 99 GB disk which we have used at the time of creating the server. And generally, see, uh, the PVS command is to list the physical volumes, and VGS command is to list the volume groups. So in our case, we have used a disk of size 99 GB. So there it has created a volume group named CentOS, and on that it has installed the operating system. So using this command also we can see like what are the disks we have. Generally in Linux the naming convention would for the disk it would be something like SDA, STB, something like that. And we have one more command named lsblk. So lsblk, here you can see the SDA shows as 99 GB. So on that all these partitions are created. I mean these slash boot slash home, all of that are created. And I told you like initially we have created the users, right? So when you do it cat etc postwd, so you could see the username named Abdul Latif at the bottom. So this is something I created, and root and the all other users it will come as default. And as I told you before, like every server will have an IP address. To see it we can use the command IP space addr. So here we could see the interfaces. So first one L0 is a loopback, and then other than that we have ENP0S3 and ENP0S8. So these are the interfaces, and on these interfaces normally we would be assigning the IP addresses. So this command nmclid is to see the status of the interfaces. So in my case it shows ENP0S3 shows as connected, and ENP0S8 shows as disconnected. So let me pause the video for some time, and after some time I will be again showing you some additional commands. So using df-catch we can see the list of file systems which are mounted, and when we do df-ht you can see the type as well. Here it is showing as xfs, tmpfs, dev-tempfs. So ht it will show the type of the file system. And as I told you before, like it at etc red hat release, that will show you what is the version of your operating system. So now that I have installed the ISO, I mean from the on the hard disk using the ISO image, so I don't want the ISO image to be mounted anymore. So let me power off the server and I will just remove it. So for that I'm gonna go to these, right click, I'm gonna go to the settings. Here is the storage. Okay, since it is powered on it will not allow me, so I'll just power off this one. So always see the command reboot or init 6. It is used for restarting the server, whereas init 0 it is for shutting down the server. So I have just given init 0 and pressed enter. So it will go to the powered off state now. See, it is showing as powered off. Initially it was showing as running. So let me right click, go to settings, go to storage. So I don't need the ISO things, ISO image anymore. I'm just removing it. So it shares, or if you want to delete the optical drive, yes, because I have already installed the OS. Let me click on OK. Let me click on start button and start the OS. So whenever you power on, you need not select any option, it will go with the default option. So since we have the OS installed, it will automatically log into the machine, and it will go to the login prompt where it will ask you to give the user ID and password. And also, like, since it is a virtual machine, so whenever you want to, you see, this is how, so if you need another machine, you have to go click new, and you can see the new machine which will get created on the bottom of the Linux one, which is currently which you can currently see on the screen. So I have powered it on. And generally, if you want to see how long a server is running, you can use this command uptime. So I have just now powered it on. It is showing as 0 minutes. Say for example, if it is running for 14 hours continuously, so when you run that uptime command, it would be showing something like 14 hours. And if it is running for 100 days, and even you run the uptime command, it would be showing as 100 days. So with this, I will stop this video, friends. So if you like this video, you can go ahead and you can subscribe to this channel, and also you can hit the like button and also press the bell button. So I'd be posting a lot of videos related to Linux shell scripting, Python shell scripting, and then Ansible and few other topics. So please follow my channel. And the next video which I'm gonna upload, it would be about, so just for now I have created a machine, right? So I next video is, say for example, if the database team says please create a file system named slash oracle, and make sure the file system size is 200 GB. So I will show you like how to create a new file system in the next video. Thanks for watching.